what is your what are your thoughts and what is your advice for how to check in? I was talking to a dear friend today and we were on this topic and she just started choking. And so I'm like, and she had to go because she was choking.
Yeah.
Because it was just bringing up, it was horrible. And so I'm like, okay, we don't have, not only do we not have to talk about this, but are you okay now? Like, and how do we not talk about it? Right.
Yeah.
It's so how do we, what are your thoughts about how we check in with one another? How do we how do we relationally handle this?
Well, I mean, I think it's like any other bad situation, right? Like you want to make sure people are okay, but you have to do it in a way that you don't, like you said, disrupt and make it worse for them. And so,
Yeah.
I think asking if they're okay is fine. And then if they want to talk about politics, then that's good. But otherwise don't. I mean, I think a lot of people just aren't interested. I mean, obviously not the people who are here with us tonight, right? But a lot of people are just not interested. They don't want to hear about it, and they're afraid even to talk about it. Um, I'm in an interesting position, sort of with my friends and family, in that for some folks, I'm like the most politically connected person they know, right? Like I'm not politically connected, but but I'm someone who talks about politics a lot. And so for them, they'll like look to me for like, am I going to be okay? And they want reassurance and leadership from me. And then other people are like almost the opposite, in the same way of like, oh, she's that political one. And so like push her away because we don't know what's going to happen. And maybe being associated with her is a scary thing. And so we're really in this, and again, I live, in a fascist state already. So, right. I live in Texas. So things that happened to me, are maybe not going to happen to others, but
You're in the laboratory.
I am definitely in a laboratory of
Yeah.
hypocrisy. And so, yeah, I mean, it is a really interesting thing, in a way I feel shunned, and in other ways I feel sort of like called upon to lead. And I don't have answers really. So it's hard.